Hello, Professor. My name is Raj Kumar. This presentation is on innovation for making the databases secure, which is entitled as Encrypted Databases Made Secure Yet Maintainable. It was presented in the 17th USENIX Symposium on Operating Systems Design and Implementation. The leading researchers are experts like Mingyu Li, uh, Zhao, Lichen, and others. It introduces a framework called HTDB, which is nothing but the hybrid encrypted database, which provides a bridge between the security and usability in encrypted databases. So, the central basis of this work is to ensure the strong data protection against the insider threats like malicious database DBAs while keeping the system maintainable. This is an important advancement for the modern database security and management. So, so these are the contents in the presentation, like the introduction, problem statement, research objective, key contributions, background, type 1 and type 2 EDPs, and also some few important points in the articles. Um, First, coming to the introduction, uh, the encrypted databases or the EDBs stand at the core of the sensitive information protection in the data-driven world. So they allow the operations of the encrypted data without revealing the plain text, making them vital for the organizations dealing with the confidential information. However, the existing systems fall short in balancing the security and the usability. That here comes the main role. The type 1 ADBs are secure, but to make the database but they are making the maintenance of the database difficult. While the type 2 EDBs are easier to maintain, but they most likely very much exposable to insider threats due to the increase in breaches and insider attacks. A need arises for such a system that guarantees the robustness in the security with good maintainability by the administrators. So that's how the HEDB comes into the play. So, coming to the problem statement, the major challenge in EDP system is the trade-off between the security and the maintainability. The Type 1 EDPs keep the database engine in a trusted execution environment, offering very strong data security, but rendering it almost impossible for the DBAs to carry out the necessary maintenance tasks. So, in context, Type 2 EDB offers maintainability at the sacrifice of exposing the operator interfaces, which are targeted by the smuggle attacks that enable the malicious insiders to recover the sensitive data. Uh, so both the designs incur limitations which signals the dire need for the system that addresses these issues comprehensively. So here is where the HTTP system, which is nothing but hybrid encrypted database system features come into the play by providing a dual mode designed to address these issues. So the research objective of this article is design a system that combines the advantages of type 1 and type 2 EDP and also prevent many problems which are incurred by these type of EDPs. So coming to the objective, uh, as I said, the objective of this research work is to develop a secure database system which may overcome the weakness of the existing EDB design. The main goal here would be to integrate the benefits of type 1 and type 2 systems while minimizing their drawbacks. HEDB provides that through a dually designed architecture, which is nothing but execution mode and also the maintenance mode. The execution mode ensures a secure query processing with no interface from the DBA, while maintenance mode safely enables the routine tasks to be performed by the DBAs. Compatibility with the existing database tools is another emphasis of the system. and also ensuring that its real existing database tools is another emphasis of the system. So this paper presents an innovative approach for redefining the secure and maintainable database system. So uh, and the key attributions of these articles are the introduction of Muggle attacks, dual mode design, and development of HCDB, as we are discussing from the previous slides. So this work makes the following these three very important, uh, and also considered as a very important contribution for the security of the database. First, it introduced a new type of insider threat called the smuggle attacks. Uh, we'll discuss later in the presentation about the smuggle attacks. So, as of now, let us assume that it introduced a new type of insider threat called smuggle attack. Uh, by these smuggle attacks, the Type 2 EDPs are very vulnerable. Second, the work designs as a dual mode framework that effectively integrates a strong security with practical maintainability. And coming to the third one, it in this article we can see uh, they come together to develop the HCDP, a hybrid system that prevents the smuggle attacks while allowing the secure database administration. It achieved this with an extremely low performance overhead at just 5.88% runtime and also 9.26% increase in the storage, thus making it practical and efficient. So these contributions mark important advancements in the area of encrypted database systems. So coming to the background of Type 1 EDBs, here we can see the overview of Type 1 EDBs and advantages and also the limitations. Type 1 EDBs are designed with a security first mindset. They sandbox the database engine in the trusted execution environment, which guarantees sensitive data will never be accessed outside this security zone. So the above sensitive data will never be accessed outside this security zone until unless they have a perfect architecture which provides a complete assurance of the data privacy and thereby prevents any external attack. So as administrators cannot enter the secure environment and also the routine maintenance work such as debugging or tuning performance, so it is not possible to them to enter these environments. So this leads to make the Type 1 EDP impractical for the real world applications where maintenance plays a crucial role in the database performance or the functionality. So when the people cannot enter these when they cannot experiment with these training performance and maintenance work, so they cannot control the performance and also they cannot take care of the security of the databases. So coming to the background of Type 2 EDPs, here also we can see the advantages and limitations of the Type 2 EDPs. So Type 2 EDPs take it one step further than the Type 1 EDPs, enabling the processing of encrypted data with operator extensions. Uh, as we discussed in Type 1 EDPs, the operators cannot um, they cannot perform tuning operations and also the maintenance works. So but it is not in the case of Type 2 EDPs. So they enable the operator extensions in Type 2 EDPs, with which comes with a cost. Like they are highly maintainable and easier to integrate with the system given the design. So DBS can conduct all debugging, profiling, and other maintenance tasks with no restrictions. This flexibility of Type 2 EDB presents a significant risk as well. They reveal the operator interfaces, consequently leaving the system open to smuggle attacks. These attacks leverage the interface to gain access to sensitive data by malicious insider. Furthermore, Type 2 systems also leak the metadata such as frequency patterns, ordering, etc. So, which further comprises the data security. So, coming to the main part, the smuggle attacks. The smuggle attacks is the only thing which we are discussing from the starting of the article. Smuggle attack is one of the most serious insider threats in the Type 2 EDBs. They enable the malicious databases administrators to extract the sensitive data using the operator interfaces, which we know the operator extensions are used in type 2 EDPs, so operators can easily access those sensitive data. For instance, there exists a binary search technique that can reconstruct the encrypted integers in a very few number of probes. So these are also stealthy attacks because they operate within the bounds of legitimate system constraints. Hence, they are difficult to detect. So the real world test shows that the smuggle attacks can recover sensitive data within minutes. So this points out a significant weakness in the type 2 EDPs, emphasizing the requirement for the solution such as a hybrid encrypted database, which has the ability to address such vulnerabilities while maintaining the flexibility required in the real world database operations. So now, as we are keep on discussing about the hybrid encrypted database system, so let's take an overview of this as well. So what is HEBD and what are the functionalities of this thing? So HEBD is a hybrid encrypted database system device to overcome the weakness in the current EDBs. It runs in two modes: execution mode and the maintenance mode. Execution mode ensures that the user queries are executed securely with no sensitive data disclosure to DBAs, which is a drawback of Type 2 EDB. And the maintenance mode allows the DBAs to conduct the troubleshooting and debugging, hence enabling the real data protection by using mock data. So dual dual mode systems aim to balance the gap between the security and maintainability, uh, providing a programmatic approach in the encrypted databases for today's world. By applying HEDB, one can safely protect the data without giving up on the usability or administrative control. So let's take a look at the HEDB architecture so that we can get a clear picture of how things work in this architecture and how well it is constructed. So this thing is the architecture of the HEDB. HDB is architecture based on three clear zones, which we can see here. One is integrity zone, and other one is privacy zone and management zone. So these are all controlled by the operators while they do the recording and replay sessions continuously. So the integrity zones runs the DBMS. The integrated zone here runs the DBMS engine, which ensures all the operations are correctly executed. The privacy zone is reserved for the sensitive data in a secure and unavailable condition to the unauthorized users. Finally, the management zone is the place where DBAs perform most of their maintenance tasks without damaging the security of the data. So this clear separation allows the system to uphold the security guarantees yet be practical to meet real database management needs. So let's take a look at the database maintenance with HEDB. So before coming to the HEDB, there are also a few things which we have to discuss, like the threat model. Threat model is nothing but HEDB depends on the threat model for the protection of sensitive operations in secure isolation. So that is it assumes DBAs and DBAs providers can be malicious, with its main issue being insider threats. So this threat model assumes everyone as malicious users, so they try to protect the data from them. In that case, HTTP definitely ensures that there is no leak plain text data outside the privacy zone. So HTTP takes necessary control through the an unauthenticated channel and makes sure that it only authorized users make sure that only authorized users may interact with sensitive data. So, and also you may have a doubt like how HCDB prevents smuggle attacks. Smuggle attacks can be prevented with duality in the modes of operations, duality in mode of operation, and comprehensive security measures in HCDB. It isolates it isolates sensitive operations from DB activities by separating the execution mode and maintenance mode. In execution mode, DB has no access to user data. Thus, HEDB ensures secure query processing. And also, maintenance mode facilitates effective troubleshooting, whereby again only mock data are revealed to the DBAs while shielding the real sensitive information. And also, this layered approach effectively prevents the smuggle attacks by denying the malicious insiders access to sensitive data while retaining the maintainability and functionality of the administrators. So, coming to the HEDB database maintenance, so it proposes some innovative techniques introduced by HEDB for safe handling of database maintenance without compromising security. Uh, the authenticated replay allows the DBA to troubleshoot and debug using securely recorded logs. In this way, the logs enable DBA to replay operations without looking at sensitive data. Then, anomalous replay provides the substitution of sensitive data by mock values during debugging. Thus, let's control flows be maintained without revealing the real information. It also provides the maintenance templates, which predefine specific actions to be taken in a common DBA task, such as fixing misconfigurations, resolving hung queries, or optimizing database performance. So all these features make HEDP practical for real-world use by enabling the safe and efficient maintenance. So for this to check the HEDP, in this article there are several details which are mentioned, like testing in different types of aspects, like implementation details and performance evaluation and also functional assessment. So coming to the implementation details, HEDB is implemented using ARM architecture. Uh, we all know how ARM architecture works. ARM architecture, HEDB provides secure zones for the database operations by using this architecture. The system relies on virtualization to ensure the separation of sensitive processes. The system relies on virtualization to ensure the separation of sensitive sorry, I'm just keep on repeating. So it uses a fast virtual machine forking mechanism to switch seamlessly between the execution mode and maintenance mode, enabling the administrators to perform tasks without interrupting operations. The logging mechanisms are critical in HEDB, where record and replay tracks operations securely, allowing troubleshooting without exposing sensitive data. Logs are compressed to save storage overhead, thus making the entire system efficient. These implementation details make HTTP secure yet practical and feasible in deployment, especially when the performance and security are of equal measure. Next one is the performance evaluation. HTTP was thoroughly tested for the performance, impact, and scalability. It only introduced a very minimal runtime overhead of 5.88% and storage cost increase of 9.28% compared to its provided security benefits. The author optimized the execution of queries, thereby managing to achieve a speed up of 2.49 due to the appropriate operator design. In the system, constraint solving for the and anonymize replay significantly reduce the debugging time, thus avoiding delays during the maintenance. The DBC benchmark works out real-world financial workloads, and HDB was benchmarked with it, showing efficiently in handling such workloads. These results show the HDB is viable for secure database systems without compromising performance. And coming to the functional assessment, HEDB facilitates a different DB related tasks with strong security. This allows query profiling, log analysis, and doing configuration updates without exposing sensitive data. So other maintenance tasks like rebuilding indexes, resolving hung queries uh, are done in secure way. The fast mode switching minimizes the time of transition from the execution mode to maintenance mode and vice versa. So use cases include performance bottlenecks fixing, debugging of slow queries, and configuration of errors. With these features, HTTP proves critical for real-world database management while keeping it strong, secure guarantees. The next one is going to be the security evaluation. These attacks, security evaluation, these attacks are insider threats, and HTTP has very effective security measures. For example, DBAs cannot invoke malicious operations during the execution mode to block unauthorized sensitive data access. Leakage semantic security ensures that at least a metadata is not exposed unnecessarily, and adversaries cannot analyze patterns in the data. Anomalous replay keeps user data confidential even in the maintenance mode for debugging. So, security evaluations showed that HTTP resists smuggle and implicit flow attacks as well. So, by proving this, it is resistant to insider threats. This is indeed confirmed that the HTTP is secure and reliable for encrypted uh, database management. So, HTTP, we can see the HTTP achievements, performance gains, and limitations in the results slide. So, HTTP provides a perfect blend of strong security and practical maintainability. It effectively prevents smuggle attacks and insider threats while only incurring the minimal performance costs. In this dual mode design, sensitive data is protected during the execution mode, while secure tools are provided to DBAs during the maintenance mode. In addition, the system opens up a number of performance features such as accelerated query execution and also the efficient debugging mechanisms. However, HTTP has limited support for the non-deterministic bugs and complex DBA tasks that require the further customization. Despite these challenges, HTTP represents a significant contribution towards the evolution of encrypted database technology. So these are my conclusion of these articles. So which are HTTP is a novel solution that bridges security with maintainability in encrypted databases. Its dual mode design offers a practical approach towards the challenges of Type 1 and Type 2 EDBs. It guarantees strong protection for sensitive data in user-friendly manner by preventing the smuggle attacks and enabling the secure DBA tasks. Although these include features that need improvement, such as non-deterministic bugs handling and expansion of DBA functionality, and also the HTTP raises the bar for secure database systems. It has a major step forward with the potential to influence the future of both security and management of the database. So I'm going to conclude with my with this conclusion, and also uh, have few acknowledgement and my own perspective, like my own review of this article in the next slide. So this paper represents a collaborative work of the team of prominent authors, which I mentioned in the starting of the article, like Mingyu Li and Zhao and Li Chen and others, who contributed much to secure databases. Personally, I find this research novel and very influential. It covers an important gap that has existed in systems for a long time, incorporating the security and maintainability. The introduction of the HEDB framework is a game changer since it is an implementable solution to real world challenges. While the system has minor limitations, its benefits far outweigh them. Overall, I believe this work is substantial step forward in advancing the security of sensitive data in databases. So, and also, as I mentioned in my review, this is this article addresses security and maintainability gaps in existing EDPs uh, by preventing smuggle attacks and enabling the security DBA tasks, which we were discussing all all through this article. I mean, all through this presentation. Thank you so much.